So now I'm going to show you what to do, how you alter the sleeve pattern to make it tapered to the wrist. Something I learned very importantly when you are tapering it, you don't want to start the taper at the very shoulder seam, because by the time you get down to here, you can barely get your arm through. You certainly can't move anything. Where you start your taper is where the gusset connects. So this one's for me. So my sleeve needs to be 15¼ inches wide. Pen, very narrow pen, but that will fly. So I'm going to get my 15¼ let me utilize the full length of this, all the benefits of having this lovely perfect pattern paper. Everything nice and lined up. 15¼ so there's my top edge, and that doesn't change, that stays the same. Now where you determine how to do your taper for my gore was only 4 inches across the top. So I'm going to mark this down 4 inches. All right, I don't have to worry about the seam allowance. The seam allowance is going to come into play. The next thing I got to measure is the side of my gusset, a little bit of extra ease. So having identified my 4 inches, I now come down an extra 6. So I should have about 10 inches down, right? And there's where my line goes. I got 10 inches down. Okay, and of course just draw your other line over here. Okay, and that's more or less where your gore and your gusset are going to line up on those points. So you need your total overall length, which for mine, where did I put my total overall length? When you're determining how long you want to make the bottom edge of this and where you're going to taper to, you want to add an inch. You want to add 2 inches again. 1/2 inch for seam allowance, 1/2 inch for ease. And I know you're thinking, okay, well this is a really tapered thing. My wrist is 6¼ inches at the bottom. If I don't add that inch, I'm never going to be able to get it over my hand. Most people, your hand is thicker here. No matter how hard you squish it, unless you're one of those people who can dislocate your thumb at will, which is probably really painful, you're going to want to add that extra ease so you can actually get your hand through the sleeve, okay? So for me, that's 6¼ 7¼ 8¼ right? 2 inches, inch for ease. Okay, good. So I need this to be. Hold on. Actually, I need to do 2 things to figure out my half point. I'm doing this kind of backwards here. That's okay. 15¼ is there. So I'm at 7 5/8.
Yeah.
Oh, I did mine at 15 and did I do mine at 15½? No, I did 15¼. There we go. 7 5/8. So there's my mark there. It's halfway between those 2 points. Get me to the center down here. I'm not drawing a line all the way down. I just need to go to about here so I have an idea of where my center point is. See? Perfect. So I said 8¼
Yes.
Okay. There's my, using my little handy dandy measuring tape trick. 8¼ I'm going to put that fold there, which is 4
like 4
1/8, right on that line. So I need this to go to here and here. And there's my crosshatch. There we go. So essentially now I just do a slow taper or gentle taper from where my gore gusset ends to that point on the pattern, and that's going to create my tapered sleeve during construction. Okay, and repeat on the other side. And there you go. There's my tapered sleeve for my construction. When I put this all together, it's going to taper from just above the elbow down to the wrist, and it'll be nice and not snug. I'll still be able to move my arms, but it isn't going to be a long draping billowing sleeve either. And that's how you taper the sleeve if you want a fitted sleeve on your caftan, coat, Persian garment, Viking dress, whatever you're making. That's how you taper the sleeve. Okay, so this is what the tunic looks like with a fitted sleeve. As you can see, it's not snug, but well, it's a little snug, but it's not hideous. I can wear it. I can get my hands in and out. it is fitted to my wrist, and there's not even a 1/2 inch clearance there. If you want a little more clearance, a little more wiggle room, add 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch for ease. You could even add 2 inches, or you can leave it full, whatever you like. This is going to be an under tunic, and it's literally the exact same cut as the caftan that I made for Angelina. I just narrowed the sleeves so that I can wear something with a little fuller sleeve over it. And that's it. Aww.